Purcell. I'm here with my colleagues Serge Poulin and Considine. Serge is from CIFFC, the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Centre, and Paul and I are from AFAC, National Resource Sharing Centre.
From a Canadian perspective, it's really a partnership and an opportunity for us to come over, look at how Australia does things operationally from a wildfire or bushfire perspective. It's also an opportunity for us to look and see what innovations, technology, those types of things that you're using in Australia that may be a benefit to us. As well as the real key point is when it comes to operation, understanding how you conduct yourselves, how you do business, fuel types, fire behavior, everything that comes into providing assistance in suppression of fire, those types of things. That's what we're looking to do here.
Yeah, what I feel will really be of value, Serge, is that we in the National Resource Sharing Centre have been working for about 3 years as a national arrangement. You guys, I think, have been working for 35 years in Canada, comparing and sharing your resources. So I think that we've potentially got a great deal that we can borrow from you, experience that you've had, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Do you think that's a fair way of looking at it?
Absolutely, but I think it's still a two-way street, Paul. I think the nice thing about I can bring a lot, CIFFC can bring it, the Fire Centre can bring a lot of what we've been successful at, how we got to this point, and where we're heading. On the other hand, being a mature organization, it's nice sometimes to start over and look at something that's starting over. In today's technology, right, in today's environment, and seeing how you're progressing, how your plan is to look ahead. Right, absolutely, I think I can bring a lot of what we've been very successful at, as far as resource sharing, tracking the resources, those things, invoicing, all those things that come into play. At the end of the day, fighting fire is what we do every day. It's everything else that's in peripheral, things that's outside of people aren't aware that's going on all the time.
Look, you've been managing the Resource Sharing Centre for a while now. Do you think it's here to stay?
Yeah, I think I can confidently say that it's here to stay, and we've seen the increasing need for NRSC to support both interstate as well as international deployments. So we have the National Deployment Registry, which has been recently developed over the last 12 months or so. So we were going through that, Serge, and showing you through that. And I mean, there's still a long way to go, but at the same time we're learning from you. Hopefully there's things that we can show you from those.
I can add to that is that I think since the National Resource Sharing Centre has been established, provides a point of contact. Previous to the centre being established here in Australia, a lot of the contacts were made based on individual contacts and not so much a true centre contact. More on colleagues that you've met, either at meetings or conferences. But now you truly have a point of contact. And that's been probably the biggest plus for us as a country. You look over the last 4 or 5 years, how many times we've called on Australia for assistance. Having that point of contact has made such a big difference. And I encourage you to keep it, because it really, regardless of who's at the National Resource Centre, it doesn't have to be Luke, it may not be you, Paul, but the centre itself, there's always going to be someone there to receive either a phone call or an email or something. Okay. Previous to that, you could have gone anywhere, and then there was a lot of scrambling. For us in Canada, being big importers of international resources,
yeah, and it goes two ways. It allows our people to have a central point of contact as well as yourselves.
Yeah.
If you had one piece of advice for a young resource sharing centre just starting out in the world, what would that one piece of advice you'd give us be?
Good question. I would I think for us, the one thing that I truly have, that I see that we have in Canada with our center, the Canadian Fire, with the Fire Center at CIFFC, is we have buy-in for our member agencies. Truly, we're a one-stop shop. And if your goal is to become that one-stop shop, you only make one phone call as an agency who needs assistance, and then everything else is looked after for you.
During your time here, Serge, we're really looking forward to you. Let's delve into some detail and come out with some good outcomes of the trip. And we're loving having you here and hosting you, and really hope you have a fruitful time.
Well, I can tell you, this is day 2 here, and 2 really good days. We've had some good communication, some good exchange of information already, and and I just see that if this is the first 2 days of this, what I'm going to see the rest of my duration here, I'm going to have an excellent trip.